Kia ora whanau, welcome to Paradice Botany. I am Ian Wanamaker, no Canada, aho, ko Blue Mountains. Te moanga, ko Ngātawasaga te awa, ko Wanamaker, toko whanau, ko Ian, toko Inawa. Ko tēnei toku mihi ki ngā tangata whenua o te rohi nei. Kia mihi hoki o ki nei tohu o te rohi nei. No reira, tēnā koutou katoa. Kia ora everyone and welcome alongside Joel Rindelab. We are ready for action. International ice hockey, Joel.
This is big. This is actually bigger than big. This is huge. We haven't seen international ice hockey. Well, at least the Aussie side hasn't been here since 2006. So we are going to see a show tonight.
Absolutely. So stay dialed in. Thank you very much for tuning into this live stream broadcast that we are putting together for you. It is going to be off the chain here. The place is absolutely jammed.
There will be no chains. No chains involved.
No, okay, sorry. I take that right back. Chains, just a slippery surface with a round disc, vulcanized rubber, trying to get it in behind this goal, 4 by 6 feet.
Those are the stats, folks. And we're going to be coming at you with some fast-paced ice hockey. A lot to talk about between these two teams. They know each other pretty well, but that just makes it that more intense.
Oh, you are not wrong there. The rivalry between Australia and New Zealand. This is on Aotearoa's home soil, Joel, so we don't know how this is going to fare for the Kiwis, but hopefully any of the international viewers out there, who you got? What's this going to be like? This is fast, furious ice hockey action in our New Zealand summer.
It's hockey night in Aotearoa. What else can we say about it? We've got two teams that are reasonably similarly matched. Australia, of course, is one step above that international rankings. But this is on home soil, and this is going to be great prep for those upcoming international tournaments.
Oh, they do play in the IIHF World Championships, Joel, you're not wrong, but this is deemed an international friendly. How friendly do you think this is actually going to be?
Well, as I said, these two teams, they know each other, and they recently battled November of last year, so there's going to be a lot of freshness to this.
Freshness. That is right. It could be quite chilly. The ice is looking great. It's all set. The refs are just jumping out on the ice, and we're getting set for puck drop not far away. As the announcer here, the public address announcer, is just starting to announce the starting lineups, which we might run through momentarily.
Well, we're going to have a lot of veterans in the lineup, especially look for Charlie Smart to start in goal for the Aussie Mighty Roos, who has a lot of experience in this particular Trans-Tasman battle. He's been through it a few times, and he had a great year last year with the Newcastle North Stars, bringing them all the way to the finals. Of course, they did lose ultimately to the CBR Brave, but just a fantastic year all around. So he's really going to be looking to continue that momentum into the upcoming season.
Fantastic. What a way to springboard that with some international action against the Ice Blacks as they just take to the ice here in Avondale.
Yeah, on the other side of the coin, we're going to see Chaba Magos, the veteran goaltender for the New Zealand Ice Blacks. He's been through this a time or two himself.
Yeah, very well seasoned, a veteran. He is a smaller in stature goalie, but he is very agile. Great glove quickness with his movement from post to post. He is certainly one to watch, and he will be dialed in, ready to go for this game. No question about it.
Oh, you better believe it. Making his home debut for the Men in Black will be Justin Dagg, the Canadian citizen who is now finally, after several years, almost a decade here in Aotearoa, is finally able to don that black sweater.
Well, what an honor. He's got to feel that massive privilege that is anytime you put on that silver fern and wear it proudly. It is definitely a privilege, and congratulations wearing number 23, Justin Dagg.
And here come the Mighty Roos. First time in Auckland since 2006. And you got to think they're going to try to make that impact early here on the game. They definitely have a lot of veteran leadership, and that's going to start with Bert Malloy, who has done this how many times before? One of the leaders on this Aussie side, and watch out for that shot of his because he's got a twisted wrister.
Yeah, so he's down there on that D end, so they also have a potent offense as well. They play in that Australian Ice Hockey League, which is certainly not any slouch, and got some amazing players that come through there. A lot of semi-pros or ex-professional players. So certainly some people and individuals to watch as the teams get onto the blue lines for our national anthems. Well, they might try that again there, Joel. Sort of speak over the national anthem. Some technical difficulties. Looks like that we will have a bit of a reset for the Australian national anthem. Certainly a new rendition, Mr. Indalub, of the national anthem. A bit of Kiwiana perhaps coming through the pipes. Bit of sign of international fairness and respect there with both teams tapping their sticks on the ice.
I mean, if they're going to play some rock, might as well make it crowded house, right? Half Aussie, half Kiwi.
Yeah, that's fitting. They're just having a moment of silence to remember Dale Harrop. So, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that we observe this moment of silence with us in memory of one of our greatest Ice Blacks, number 6, Dale Harrop, who passed away in a tragic accident in December 2022. He's someone who embodied all it meant to be a great Ice Black. He leaves behind a legacy of sportsmanship, kindness, determination. Dale was a senior member of the New Zealand men's team and will forever be remembered in our hearts. And our teams gather here today to play the game we love. We do so in his honor.
Great to see a show of sportsmanship there for Dale Harrop, who longtime Ice Black and even played in that series in November of last year, and then had a tragic accident in December of last year. So a great way to honor him, who was an assistant captain of this Ice Blacks team, known well from both sides, and just a great all-around teammate that will continue to be sorely missed.
And be remembered. Absolutely, Joe, you're not wrong. I had the privilege of playing with Dale for a number of those years in the Ice Blacks. In fact, in Australia, when we played in the 2011 IHF Division II World Championships. So, yeah, we sorely miss Dale, and we're all thinking about you, pal. So we're going to bypass, it looks like, the national anthems as I get that technical hiccup sorted for all of those in attendance here this evening. But it's on to business now as both teams huddle around their goals, and they are getting set. Last-minute instructions from their leadership groups to get that focus and get that way of play sorted, eh?
You have got that right, Ian. This is going to be wild. We have a lot of talent on the ice, and it's going to be exciting to see it here in Auckland. A home test, game 1 coming at you between the New Zealand Ice Blacks and the Australian Mighty Roos.
You are not wrong. Let's get into it. Let's looking at the starting lineups for the Ice Blacks. Number 22, Jordan Chalice. He is also an assistant captain, centered by, it looks like, Fraser Ellis, wearing number 19, and Chris Eden, forward number 16, and defense number 9 and number 13.
And he'll be taking the draw against Cameron Todd here, who's got Bo Taylor to his right. And that's Tomas Landed to his left. And we are underway. That is Rob Hazelhurst, who has the puck here for the Aussies. He'll play it in the zone, and the Aussies are the first ones on the attack. That's Nichols trying to chase for it. He's battling in the corner, plays it up but not out, and it's back to Ellis behind his own goal. Ellis, he'll drop it back for Nichols with some time. Tries to hit Eden. He just plays it off the boards as Hazelhurst got in his face. And now back to center ice.
Real physical start too, eh, Joel? It's good to see.
And here's Chalice now. He'll break it out. Long pass for Ellis. Does a nice job to control that. There's a sure shot right on, but Charlie Smart has had it under control.
Good to get that first save in early as Smart is up to that task. New Zealand withstand some of that early pressure as the Aussie Mighty Roos were forechecking hard, and the Kiwis, nice breakout pass to Ellis. Makes a good move. Probably didn't get that shot that he wanted, but good to get the puck on net early.
Great positioning there from Smart, and we'll bit premature here with the draw, so we're going to try it again. And that'll be Kubara taking the draw here for the Mighty Roos, the leading scorer in the AIHL last year.
Somebody just certainly pay attention to then, absolutely. One of 3 Kubaras out for this Mighty Roo team.
Now it's played in the near corner. Now a breakout pass here, and the Roos are out of the zone. Here comes Wahib Darge. And Darge gets it here, puts it towards the net, but a good stick save by Chaba Magos.
Giveaway by the Kiwis in their own zone, and Aussie looking to make them pay.
Now played down low. Here's Darge again. Centering feed here. Shot right on. Still loose in front, and Chaba's got to hold on.
Nice play down in the corner as Wahib Darge uses his frame, the backside actually, to withstand the hit, protect the puck, and put the pass into the middle of the ice. Wasn't the shot the guy was looking for, but he got it on net. Backhand rebound was there. Chaba covering it up.
That's the line that I think New Zealand's really got to look out for, was those 2 CBR teammates, because they know how to get it done. Now here's a turnover right in front, and a blocker save by Chaba. Had to really reach for that one.
Another giveaway is number 16, Tyler Kubara. Had a nice shot on goal there. Right off the blocker, Chaba seeing some puck quickly as the Aussies go right on the counterattack here. One shot for the Kiwis, matched instantly by 2 to 3 shots from the Australians.
So with that icing call, we'll get a face-off again to the right of Chaba. This will be Tim Newmark who wins the draw for the Aussies. And now played towards the net. Hits a man in front. Rebound still loose and finally cleared out by Jackson Lane, but it's just to the line and sent back down. And now Callum Burns tries to play it across, but it's to the far corner. Now up top, that's Shannon McGregor. His pass down low goes nowhere but to the stick of an Ice Black. And now it's Joe Orr to get it for New Zealand.
As the Aussies make a change, Ice Blacks looking to set some of their breakout here as they go get some fresh troops on the ice.
Free breakout here for the Ice Blacks. They're able to tip it all the way down and race for the puck here. Played behind the net, and now here comes
Woodman.
Jamie Woodman. Throws that one towards the net, just off the stick of Viryasov. And now Woodman again has it. Throws it towards the net, deflected to the far corner as that was Webster, but couldn't put it on goal. Good control here by the Mighty Roos. Now here's Malloy, puts one on, tipped in front. Oh my, and a big save there by Chaba as Cameron Zinn got a stick on that one.
Well, you got to say though, the Aussies know that the Kiwis are going to play physical, so they're actually looking to have a screen setup, and the man that's getting hit is looking to get that tip, the shot deflection in on Chaba. They know that Chaba is a high percentage goalie, stops that first one, but if he can't see it, makes it more difficult for him to stop.
Interesting strategy here by the Roos, looking good so far. And there's a shot right on, still loose in front, and finally cleared away by Kahu Joyce, who plays for the Melbourne Ice in the AIHL. And now Dag, he'll play it up towards Vortanoff. And now Joyce again trying to play for the puck. And now Kennedy, he'll play that up towards Taylor. He'll bring it into the zone. Tries to swing it down low and finally does. He'll get that one towards Landa. And now up top towards the Roos again, deflected there as Devlin got a stick on it. But still control for the Aussies. Now Todd, he'll go back up towards Kennedy. Kennedy tries to go down low, hits the skate of Degg and goes right to Joyce. And then back to Degg again. He goes cross ice towards Vortnoff. He was not prepared for it, so that will be an icing.
And he'll have to come back on the ice. He put that pass up off his backhand, looking for that streaking forward. But a lot of the action now shifted directly into the Ice Blacks zone, Joel. So the tables have certainly turned after that initial flurry the Ice Blacks had. The Aussie Roos applying a lot of smothering into the attacking zone, not allowing the Ice Blacks clean breakouts, resulting in that icing.
A little bit of a confusion here as the Ice Blacks snuck a line change on that icing. So a little bit of fresh legs there. And here are the Roos now, shot right on, but Chaba saw that one all the way and was able to glove the Kubara shot.
So when you're this close in international rankings, folks, like any little thing in a game can make a big difference. And we're going to talk a little bit on that as things progress here. Stuff like line changes, face-offs, all very crucial in any game. In international play, you've got to really get dialed in and get those little things correct.
So it'll be Casey Kubara to take the draw here, wins it to his brother Bailey. And now he'll skate it down low with Eden on his back, plays it behind the net. Now there's Darge, was trying to give it right back, but that's broken up by Tappet. Darge doing some great work with a puck down low, able to get it to Kubara, then up to Bailey Kubara. Now D to D here as Dan Pataki puts one towards the net. And finally cleared out by Eden. This one's going all the way back to the Aussie zone. Darge with a nice pass here. Was looking for Caruana, but they just come in offside.
Yeah, that pass was just a touch ahead of him on his backhand, and his winger there, number 19, that's Casey Kubara, was trying to streak down that left side, but he was a touch far in, and that results in that offside. But looking good, that line with Darge and Kubara.
Very
good chemistry.
Potent offensive duo that helped bring that title to the CBR Brave last year.
So you can tell that they have a lot of on-ice chemistry because they hold that puck very well.
And now the Kiwis trying to set up an attack, but instead it's Manwaring doing some great work with the puck and then throws a body around. Unable to clear, though, and it's played over towards Cox. And now Hayward Jones throws one towards the net. That misses everything, and it's actually going to clear the zone.
So that happens. You miss the net, you're going to get punished by having to go all the way out of the zone and come back in if you don't have that puck.
Hayward Jones under a little bit of duress there. Didn't quite put the shot towards the net he wanted to. Forcing the Ice Blacks to regroup. Now in the far corner. Played over to Degg. Degg puts one towards the net. Shot, rebound, and a save made by Charlie Smart as he's once again tested.
Yeah, stopping the Ice Black captain, Andrew Cox.
And now Ryan Strader intercepts the puck. He's got Henderson with him. Can he get it over? Shot, oh, chopped at it, but Smart was there again.
He read that play well. Oh, shot tip, and Strayer was right in the line of that side puck, looking to provide that great screen, but Smart swallows that one up and resulting in a face-off. So again, a little bit of pushback here by the Ice Blacks. They showing that grit and bit of fight here.
This is definitely a line you want to watch out for. They got a lot of speed with Strayer, causes a lot of havoc, and then you have Joe Orr here taking the draw. So this is where that third line, speed line, might give the Aussies a little bit of trouble. And now cross ice, that's towards Webster.
He fans on it, takes a nice hit though.
Kieran Webster of the Perth Thunder. And Webster regains control. He'll play that one to Woodman. And then that's Malloy goes cross ice again towards Webster. Webster gets around Orr. Looking for a centering feed, has one. Big save made by Chaba.
He was wide open by himself. No Ice Black took him, but the Ice Blacks looking to clear and they don't.
Bert Malloy is able to keep it in and once again on the attack. Centering feed was looking for Viryasov back door. Could not get a stick on it.
So very back and forth here again. Oh, as the Aussies didn't quite get out of the zone. That's number 21, Kamenson, looking to stretch that counter again. So a lot of back and forth. This is great to see as we are reaching close to that halfway mark of the first period. Only 13:39 to play in this first frame.
The Ice Blacks will take a stoppage of play there after a couple of scary moments in their own zone.
And he lost men in coverage, resulting in a wide open shot from Aussie. Looking to have that one back again.
So the first line back out here for the Roos. That's Hazelhurst with his D partner Kennedy. And he'll play that one up towards Taylor, who goes to chase. Tappan's the first man there. Tappan plays that one up the wall. Looking for Vortinoff. Vortinoff loses it here now from Hazelhurst on the pinch. Centering feed shot. Oh, what a save by Chaba.
How did he even manage to see that? There's 4 people in front of him.
Now Vortinoff brings it into the zone. But that's taken away from him. And now the other way. This is Landa trying to drop it for Kennedy. Kennedy down low. And Landa spins away from Joyce. Centering feed here. There's a shot. Rebound. Oh, how did that
wow,
stay
that was
out?
Going straight to that far post, Joel. It looks like Chaba managed to use his jersey and body to stop that puck. As we see it here on the replay, Ozzy goes behind the net, avoids the hit, spins off well, keeps control of the puck, passes in front, takes the one time, off balance. Chaba is there to cover it with Taylor on the doorstep trying to bang home a rebound.
Just had it by strings, clutching at it, and Aussies are definitely threatening now.
Well, we are still locked at 0. No score so far. Both teams looking to get that early edge.
And here's Darge has it now, trying to get it to Kubra. And now Kubra tries to scoop it out. But instead it's played to Darge. He takes a hit from Ellis. And now Ellis fighting for it. And it's Kubra. Played over towards Caruana. He goes cross ice. And it's Darge. Tried to play it up towards a streaking Pataki. Could not do so. And now Australia once again brings it into the zone. Now it's Kubra. Back door looking for Darge, but that just skipped off his stick. And the Aussies are getting key players in key positions, but unable to convert so far.
It seems like a lot of their offense is definitely going through number 9, that Darge fella, and he is, as you mentioned, he's playing a good game so far.
Quite the playmaker for that second line here on the Aussies. And played down low, that's Kozak now. Centering feed there, was looking for Cox, but that's broken up. And now finally played out. Race for the puck here, but not quick enough, and that will be an icing against the Australia Mighty Roos.
So we go back into the Australian zone, which is certainly something that the Kiwis haven't enjoyed a lot of O-zone time so far. But that pressure by Kozak to put pressure in the defensive zone against the Australians does result in that play. And we'll see how this number 1 unit for the Kiwis will fare. You've got Polozov on the right with Cox in the middle. Kozak on the left.
There's a centering feed there. Puck still loose, but unable to pull the trigger was Kozak, and he'll collect it down low, trying to cycle it towards Polozov, who upends his man. Puck still loose, still on the end boards. Now finally played down low, and that's Newmark, the first one to it. He'll try to ship it up again towards Manwaring, unable to get it out. And once again, a race for the puck in the near corner. That's Kozak fighting for it with McGregor. And McGregor finally plays it up the wall, not out. Here's Nichols, puts one towards the net, deflected by Kozak just over the net.
Just looking for that redirect, similar to the Aussie style of offensive play here. Both teams looking to make that shot deflection redirect on the goal.
And Caruana just dumps that one in as he had a long shift, and some fresh legs out there for the Mighty Roos. Here's Nichols, who played up towards Henderson. And now that's Strayer. He'll play that one towards Lane. Now up ice, he finds Orr. Orr with some speed into the zone. Just lost control of the puck momentarily to Henderson, trying to get around his man. Unable to do so, and here comes Bert Malloy the other way. He'll play that one up towards Kubara. Tyler Kubara trying to get around Dag, unable to do so, and he'll just play it up to the point towards Kamenzen. Here's a one-timer from Bert Malloy, but a skate save by Chaba. And now that's Jamie Woodman putting that one down low. Here's a centering feed broken up by Dag. Otherwise, he had Virasov streaking towards the net. And then Joe Orr just tries to clear the zone, but throws it right to Bert Malloy, and they're going to send it right back in.
So they clear the zone, but again, the Aussies are going to be relentless. They just continue to attack. And the Kiwis going to have to match it. And then there's the break the other way.
Here's a long pass towards Joyce. Tried to get it across to Vortinoff. But a nice play to break that one up. A good opportunity there for the Ice Blacks on the counter.
Yeah, with a 2-on-1 there, he maybe had a chance to shoot it, but elected to pass. Sometimes you got to get that puck on net. Ooh, breakaway chance here.
Here's Viryasov and Vadim Viryasov with good collection of the puck here. Tries to throw it towards the net, actually ran into Hayward Jones, but gets it back.
Oh, he spills and takes it. Oh, he still managed to keep the puck in. What a lucky play. He blew a tire and still managed to get that puck in.
Devlin skated right past it, otherwise he was away. But Devlin gets it back now into the zone. Here's a shot right on, but Charlie Smart up to the task.
And after that shot, he took a nice hit too by Hazelhurst, introducing himself to the Kiwis as Devlin has a nice smile or maybe a little bit of a wince as he goes to the bench, make a change. Kiwis put Chalice, Eden, and Ellis on.
And they'll be going up against the top line here. That's Cameron Todd, who's in the face-off circle. There's another redirect, and again, Charlie Smart's got to stay on his toes.
Yeah, very good redirect there by Eden as that puck, the goalie was sliding the other way, and he does manage to put a glove on it and stop it because that was going to go right over the line. The goalie doing his job, stopping that puck.
And here's another shot attempt. That was Lane who had his attempt blocked. And it'll be Todd who plays it up the ice. Looking for Kennedy, but that's chipped away by Chalice. And now it comes over to Eden. Eden, the all-time leading scorer in the NZIHL, showing his worth here early.
And one of the few Kiwis to score against Australia in Australia in one of the most recent World Championships.
So Jackson Lane, who spent some time in Melbourne, and also with the Canterbury Red Devils here in New Zealand. And in the far corner now, that's Dan Pataki. He plays it up towards Wahib Darge, and Darge will bring it into the zone with some speed. Tried to put that one on net, catching Shaba off his angle, but unable to convert.
Yeah, Wahib Darge, they're looking to get that kind of off-angle shot, as you mentioned. Sometimes goalies really lean on their post, and they can try to sneak one on that far side. Very not likely percentage, low percentage shot to take, and that resulted as the puck did hit the mesh, and that's why there was a stoppage, resulting in a face-off in the New Zealand zone.
So Casey Kubara into the face-off circle, but that is won by Cox, and now played up the ice. Not out, though, and so it'll be Dag, the first man to retreat. He's got 2 Aussies on his tail.
Does well to get rid of it, but still. Looking for support there, Joel. He's going to have to get his wingers and others to take a good defensive position so he has an outlet to pass.
The Ice Blacks do have to clean up that D zone a little bit. Maybe some new players playing with each other don't quite have the feel they're looking for
couple of times
yet.
That's right. Yeah, they got to develop that chemistry, and it's often that intensity and that pressure situation of the international play. They know how much these games mean, and obviously you want to be able to perform at a high level, so you're just magnifying that pressure ever so slightly. So yeah, the performance is key, and any little mistake can get
amplified
and hurt you.
Absolutely. Of course, both teams trying to shake off a little bit of off-season rust here, going into the season, going into those upcoming World Championships. So something that both sides will be having to play through. And there's an outlet pass broken up. And it looks like we got a 1-2-2 forecheck, a little bit of soft forecheck in here by the Aussies, forcing the Ice Blacks to try to make a couple passes together, but unable to do so far.
Yeah, a bit of it like like you said, that almost somewhat of a trap situation where they force you to go to the outside and then close the gaps really quickly. And the Kiwis are going to have to make a response if they're going to have any chance to get out of their zone. As Strayer gets spilled there by McGregor.
Now to the near side, that's Newmark. Now played over to Lodge, but that's blocked by Henderson. Throws one again towards the net. That goes off the skate of Hayward Jones, but still possession here for Australia. A long shift here for the Ice Blacks.
As we get to 6 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in that first period. Really kind of a free-flowing game, too. Not a huge amount of whistles, Joel, or even penalties. I don't want to jinx that now, but it kind of looks like a power play for the Aussies. Ooh, shot saved by Chaba.
Wow, great opportunity there as Lyndon Lodge put one on net, and a rare rebound opportunity. It looks like the Aussies were just as surprised to see it as Chaba was.
That's true. As that number 16, Tyler Kubara, a large man, was there just waiting, kind of surprised and looking at that rebound. did get a shot, but probably not all of the shot he wanted. Sometimes you got to make a quick decision.
So instead, we'll get a face-off to Alexa Chaba. That's Kamenzind fighting for it, who was upended. Now Nichols trying to play it up, but a good poke check there by Kamenzind again. And then played up the wall towards no one in particular. And Bert Malloy will keep it in. Here's a centering feed there, but a good stick to break that one up. Otherwise, there was a golden opportunity from the slot once again, where we have seen a lot of Aussie players hang out.
Yeah, well, again, you got to go to those high-scoring areas, Joel, and the Aussies have done very well at positioning themselves to create that chance or opportunity. So looking to get a face-off, because the Kiwis have started to dial up their face-off wins, but the Aussies win that one there.
And Malloy's shot is blocked. It's race for the puck and goes straight into the stands towards the camera here. Luckily, everyone's A-okay, but the action is very real here in Botany.
You got to keep your head up no matter where you are. That puck's flying quickly, and the fan elected to toss the puck back, not keeping a souvenir for him or herself, and that is actually quite dangerous because they've rebounded off the mesh into the player bench.
Madness. We have madness here, Ian. Can't keep up with it myself.
Hopefully it stays on the ice.
And here's a centering feed. Oh, what a save by Chaba. That was going 5-0.
Aussies getting chances early again.
Here's Jamie Woodman. Goes around. Everyone puts it on. Tried to sneak it in short side. Chaba makes the save. Great pressure here by the Australians.
Again, Kiwis adapting to all this hard pressure by the Aussies.
That's Woodman again, centering feed. Chaba got a stick on that. Otherwise, another open man there in the slot. Finally broken up and out of the zone, and the relief valve is palpable. Now played up the wall, as both teams will get a bit of a change, and that deflects over the glass, so we will get a whistle with 4:50 remaining here in the opening period.
First period, international hockey, friendly game between the New Zealand Ice Blacks, the men's national team, going up against the Mighty Roos from Australia. Looks like the Kiwis needed a bit of that breather there to get that pressure cooker situation to ease a little bit, trying to get possession of that puck.
So we'll have both top lines back out there. And the Kiwis here will try to go on the attack. It's Hazelhurst, the first man back. He's got a little bit of speed around his own net. Instead, drops it for Kennedy. And then cross ice and out, but a missed pass opportunity as Tappan is forced to play it. Goes D to D towards Lane.
Almost dropped it back. A little dangerous, too, but he elected to make the right play, get it out of the zone.
Here's Ellis now, who brings it into the zone. Finds Chalice. Chalice goes cross ice. Shot right on, but oh, that's blocked by a sliding Hazelhurst to break that one up.
Kiwis electing to make a lot of passes, Joel, not shooting that puck directly on goal when they get that chance.
And here comes Australia again. There's a
right
tip
back
by
the other
Kennedy,
way.
But Chaba sees that one all the way, and he'll glove it.
Glove that one down. That is true. So, as we said, you see the Aussies come back on that counter. They have a 3-on-2. Centerman goes to the winger. Winger back to the centerman. Deflected shot. Not a great high, hard shot. Chaba able to hold on.
So we're going to have Kubera here. That's Casey Kubera in the face-off circle. Won by the Ice Blacks. Played to the far side. Looking for Polozov. And now back low towards Dag again. Dag looking up ice. Misses everyone, and that will be an icing as Kozak was unable to catch up with that.
Dag looking to stretch the Aussies a little bit as they are applying that forecheck. So any little gap that Dag could see, trying to find it. Could have been a great opportunity for Kozak, but this is not a game of a lot of could-haves, should-haves, would-haves. It's do it.
Got to make the play.
Got to make the play. That's it.
Speaking of plays, that's Kubara trying to make something happen. But instead, the Ice Blacks are able to break it out. Polozov was looking cross-ice towards Cox. And we have a whistle here.
As the linesman's called, it looks like a deliberate offside. I don't know. He's indicated all the way down to the other end of the ice. I have not seen that called very often. He is explaining it to the players.
So we will get a face-off all the way back in the Ice Black zone. And once again, won by the Ice Blacks. Up to Nick Henderson.
He's 1-on-3.
throws it towards the net in an act of desperation. That's deflected over the glass, and once again, we will get a whistle.
So it's funny there, Joe. I mentioned how the Kiwis are electing to pass a lot. When they do shoot, he was 1 against 3. So in that situation, he almost needs to get a little bit further down, maybe do that little Gretzky curl and wait for some supportive teammates to come over the line so he can give them that pass and create a chance in the O-zone.
So this is Caruano has it. He'll try to go cross ice. Does. No high stick here as that hit the blade of Darge. Now a centering feed gets through everyone. And it's a race to the puck won by the Aussies. Now played down low towards Darge. Centering feed for Kubara. What a save. Puck still loose as another one-timer in front and a great opportunity for Australia.
Oh, that's part of their MO tonight, Joel. They are looking for that man right in the middle with that quick pass and the one-time shot. As the setup comes here, the D passes it down to the winger. Winger lets it go through. Looking at the man in the middle there, and he shoots it. Kiwis kind of caught looking at the man, not actively taking the stick away, letting that shot go through.
Chaba having to do a lot of heavy lifting early here in the first period. Not what you'd want to see if you are on the bench here for the Ice Blacks.
Yeah, so it's the shot count is indicating 11-7. It seems like the Aussies have a few more than that, but might be a little generous.
Definitely had most of the puck possession and the better the opportunities as Tappan spins off a hit. But we'll see as this progresses, as this is just the opening period here in the first of a 3-game test between these two sides.
That's right. Speaking of threes, you play 3 20-minute periods, full stop, when the whistle goes. So that is a 60-minute game.
So Newmark will play it over to Lodge. Lodge tries to go center ice here, looking for Tyler Kubera. But that's past him. And that's Lau who tried to get it.
Intercepted. He's got a way through, and he goes all by himself.
And
undetested.
Once again, Chaba closes the door.
Again, a little bit surprising that as Tyler Kubara looked like he had no one taking him. The defenseman's there in position. He's like, okay, no, I'm just going to stand my ground, and then he comes through and gets a shot on.
And great positioning there by Chaba, not giving him much to look at, but still just easily walked right in front of the goal, something the Ice Blacks are going to want to clean up.
So a few defensive mistakes. Let's see how the Ice Blacks here, they respond. Daigle on his horse.
His shot there went over the right shoulder of Smart. And a little transition game here from the fleet-footed defenseman. And now here come Australia the other way. There's a shot right on, but Chaba again is able to flash the leather.
Giving up a 2-on-1, so they had a nice counterattack, the Ice Blacks, but gave up puck possession. In fact, the man that had the puck on that shot was Justin Digg. He was the first man back, using that great speed that he has. Able to be in good position on that 2-on-1, and the man with the puck on the Aussies decides to shoot it. Chaba makes the save.
There's another shot just wide, trying to catch the Ice Blacks sleeping off the draw, and Malloy will keep it in. Now played down low. Fraser Ellis puts a body into his man as Camazin was tied up against the wall. And now Jamie Woodman has it. He skate towards the center ice, trying to put someone through, but pushed away by the blocker of Chaba. Now center feed here. Camazin unable to make a play with it as Eden was able to get a stick to disrupt. And now here comes Eden to chase. That's him and Malloy for it. Malloy wins it and will swing it around the boards. It's up but not out as Polozov's there. Throws one towards the net, deflects off a man, but goes right to the stick of Webster. And now he chips it out. Here comes Viryasov. Viryasov trying to make a move. Spins around one, but unable to pull the trigger.
Some nice, sweet dangles in. He got kind of hooked from the back. I think the referee's got an indication, yes, that will be the penalty here, Joel. So the power play will go to the Mighty Roos, as you see a nice toe drag here. He goes behind his man. Oh, and the stick of Lane gets lodged in the body of Viryasov. And no, you cannot do that. So that's 2 minutes in the box for the Kiwis.
And perhaps a penalty that you wouldn't mind seeing have happen if you were the Ice Blacks with such a golden opportunity for Viryasov, but they're going to have to weather the storm here with a very potent power play from that Australian side. So here's another centering feed. Watch for that theme to continue as Rob Hazelhurst has it. Now he'll play that down low towards Landa. Cross ice here towards Kennedy. Great puck possession here as they're looking for an open man. Look, a bit of 5 of dice here. They're going to try to get Bo Taylor right in the center of the ice for a one-timer. Now Kennedy has it. Plays that one down low, and Taylor to chase. Is able to direct it to the far side towards Todd. Now Todd over to Landa. Now up top to Kennedy. Now Landa again. Centering feed there. Shot still loose, but a big save by Chaba as we saw that one-timer attempt from Taylor.
And the Kiwis do manage to clear. Great setup, though, by the Australians.
And now Smart playing it up, trying to catch the Ice Blacks at the end of the period, but no dice as Chaba slammed the door, absorbing 15 opening period shots from the Mighty Roots to keep this a scoreless game so far.
Oh, you can see there in the replay as the centering feed went through, and then Bo Taylor takes a one-time shot, drops to the knee on that Sidney Crosby-style shot. Rebound was there momentarily, but then it was taken away quickly. So certainly if you're starting to see stars emerge on that Kiwi side, one of them you got to highlight is definitely in goal with Chaba Christos Mangos taking it away, stealing a lot of golden opportunities from those Aussies.
Oh, no doubt about it. He is absolutely keeping the Ice Blacks in the game, even controlling it, bailing them out time and time again so far in that first period. But we also have to look across the ice at Charlie Smart, who has, again, closed the door on a couple opportunities and, importantly, hasn't given any rebounds to give any second chances to those Ice Blacks.
Yeah, he's done very well with holding that puck and also reading the play very well. He challenges at the right times, and he's giving his team all that chance and opportunity to go back up the ice because the Australians are countering very well what the Kiwis are doing in their offensive zone.
The Ice Blacks definitely are going to have a discussion this period, I would say, about that D-zone coverage, especially trying to watch out for the man, not get so fixated on the puck because they've left a lot of Australian players open in that danger zone.
Yeah, and maybe like a little bit more on gap control as well. Tighten up those gaps because if the man in the middle is open, that's a big problem, especially in the high slot. They got to tighten that up. Maybe do a collapsing box. Something that they need to do is also support the man when they turn the puck back over and they get it so that they get support coming out of their zone so they can break out cleanly instead of just firing it aimlessly up the boards or kind of chipping and hoping. That's not going to be successful. The more you do that, the more the Australians are going to switch on. Like when we put these guys under pressure, they're like lawn chairs. They're going to fold in that situation. You really got to get onto the game, get that puck on the stick, get out of your zone clean, go back up the other way.
The Ice Blacks really have to hope that it's just maybe a little first period jitters, some rust, because they have, as you said, not left the zone cleanly. It looks a bit panicked when they get the puck on their stick instead of coming out together and really getting that momentum up the ice.
Oh, that's the beauty of this sport, Joel. It's a team game, and you really hit it on the head when you need to have everybody working together. I mean, it sounds very cliche, but when you throw a lot of guys that haven't played together for a long period of time and you're expecting instant chemistry, that's not a recipe that's going to give you instant success. They need to get a lot more reps, a lot of game time together, and what better way than a 3-game series against the Australians. So certainly a learning curve in that first period, folks. We will see how they respond in the second.
That's a very talented side from Australia, though, doing well to control the puck, especially in the offensive zone in the corners. So let's see how this progresses with a very entertaining but scoreless opening period here in Auckland, New Zealand. Harimai, Hokemai, and welcome back for period 2 action between the New Zealand Ice Blacks and the Australia Mighty Roos. After one period, we are deadlocked at 0-0 apiece, but there has been plenty of action, Ian.
Yeah, that's it, Joel. Plenty of action, a lot of it in the New Zealand zone. So as we mentioned in that just before the period break, some of the things that the defensive zone, things that the Ice Blacks could do to tidy it up, maybe a bit more of a box, a bit more of a closer man-to-man to get that puck back, get the transition going right from their red line to get on the other zone. Let's see if they make those adjustments here.
Well, the Australia Mighty Roos are going to be starting this period on the power play, having that man advantage with some fresh ice. So let's see what they can do with it.
Yeah, they have had a lot of puck possession as well, and they move that puck very well. They control it well, so they're going to look to dictate that pace of play as we get into this power play. And again, watch out for Darge, number 9. It seems like he really drives that offensive bus on that Australian team. So, yeah, they got a lot of weapons.
A potent threat. He is a great playmaker, so watch out for number 9 in white. Of course, played with the CBR Brave and his teammate.
Recent champions, aren't
yes,
they? Yeah.
Kubra also. All 3 Kubras have been looking good.
3 of them, yeah. So, yeah, from what I understand, they're only separated maybe by a couple of years. Anyway,
they have the same parents, from what we've been told.
Subject to testing, who knows?
So starting things off here will be Casey Kubera for the Australia Mighty Roos on the power play here for 1:03. And we are underway. So that's Cooper again trying to play it in the zone. Dag into intercept, but they actually come in offside. So not the quick start that they were exactly looking for.
No, not very smooth, not very efficient. So maybe that period break has relaxed them quite a little bit. But the Kiwis definitely want to kill this penalty and get some of that momentum back in their favor.
When you were playing back in your day, how did you feel coming onto fresh ice on a middle of a power play like this?
Oh, I would love it. This is the time you strike. It's fresh, it's quick, it's fast. That puck moves so smooth. And you can see that net. Oh, it just brings some great memories back where you want to hit that net with that puck real quick and early.
And here's a chance for the Roos. Shot right on, rebound, and Chaba once again makes a save and holds on.
So a difference maker so far for the Kiwis, again, is in the goal. They are going to need Chaba to keep standing strong if they are going to have some contention here at home in Aotearoa.
So once again, that'll be Casey Kubera winning the draw. And it's played over to his brother, Bailey Kubera. And now Bailey, he'll walk it towards the net. Trying for a centering feed there. Sends it straight through. And then it's played back down low towards Darge. Darge spins off Nichols. And now he'll play it up towards Casey Kubera. Now give and go here. Back to Kubera's shot. Oh, just missed. Not sure Chaba saw that one.
And that penalty has just expired as we return to 5-on-5 play.
And now on the far side, centering feed there was broken up nicely by Lane out of the box, and he'll just try to chip it out. But Kubera's there, and he'll send it back towards Darge. Daigle gets a stick on him, but actually loses the twig. And now here come Aussies trying to capitalize on the defenseman without a stick momentarily, but instead regain possession. Now at the point. Here's McGregor, throws one towards the net, but that's deflected and out of play.
Yeah, off the stick of Darge, and the Kiwis successful with their penalty kill. So again, that's got to bolster their stock a little bit and put a little bit pep in their step for them to get onto their offensive ways. But they are again starting from their D zone.
So it'll be Newmark to take the draw here for Aussies. And instead, that's won by Cox. Cox, of course, as you may recognize from the Perth Thunder. And now here come the Aussies. Tried to jam it on the near side, but Manwaring couldn't get past Chaba. Now here's a turnover. And that's Kubera who spins away from Cox. He loses possession to Kozak, but Kozak turns it over at center ice. And that's Manwaring who plays it to the far side. And then finally dumped in by Kozak, and the Kiwis will go on the attack. First one there is McGregor. He'll go D to D. Looking for Lodge. And now played cross ice. That's Kubera into the zone. He'll put on the brakes. He's taken by 2 Kiwi defenders, now played up towards Cox. Cox with a little bit of room on the far side. Leaves it for Kozak, but Kubera was on his back and unable to do much with it. Now in the far corner. That's played up towards Hayward Jones. He has to use the mitt to control that. And instead the Aussies regain control. And it's Newmark. He's had a long shift, so he'll dump it out, and fresh legs for the Aussies. Now played up to center ice. Henderson is able to find Burns. And now that's Strayer who'll dump it in. Or trying to beat Malloy to the puck. Instead, it's Virasov who's able to dig it out of the corner. Here's a turnover. Shot right on, and a blocker saved by Charlie Smart, who had to be very aware on that one.
Yeah, don't blink. You missed the action. It happens very quickly. Or looking to strike for the New Zealand team.
And here's Jamie Woodman trying to get around Henderson. But that's played back towards the zone, and now finally out. Hayward Jones does battle with it, gets it to Henderson. Trying to go cross-ice, but a little two-handed push pass there by Andy Cummins, and that will actually be a hand pass, so we'll get a whistle.
Oh, he did actually very well as he was falling to bat that puck out of the air. As you see the shot there from Orr, Smart up to the task and blockers that away. But that defenseman for the Australians in a bit of desperation, because that was a 3-on-1 shaping up, Joel. And the Kiwis had their opportunity thwarted there.
So Kahu Joyce of the Melbourne Ice will take the draw for the New Zealand Ice Blacks, but out of the zone. Now here comes the other way, and just offside as Tomas Landa was just a step ahead of the play.
Looking to unload that left-handed cannon. All 39, 40 years of age into that. One of the older statesmen of that Australian team.
Can't quite believe it. Had to relay his sympathies to Robin Vortanoff of the Ice Blacks as the faceoff comes all the way back.
Oh no, they're going to bring it outside the blue line here.
A bit of confusion here, but nonetheless a faceoff just outside of the zone. And it'll be Joyce again to take the draw, but it is won by the Aussies to Hazelhurst. Now to Kennedy. Now back to Hazelhurst with plenty of room. And he'll play it off the wall. And finally into the zone as Todd is able to tip it up. And now to the far corner. Paid in nicely by Kennedy as he was looking for Taylor with Jackson Lane on his back. Now puck scoots free. There's a centering feed. Oh, but Chabo once again in great position for that save.
Leading to the offense here for the Kiwis. Kahu Joyce with it.
And he takes a shoulder from Kennedy. Ridden off the puck, and now an easy breakout here for the Mighty Roos. And once again, here's Hazelhurst. Hazelhurst puts one towards the net, but a glove save by Chaba as he was able to see that one all the way.
Yeah, Hazelhurst not too pleased with himself there. I don't think he got everything on that shot, but Chaba, he could see that one all the way through as the puck comes over to Hazelhurst here. He's on the back foot, puts it on the forehand. Puck might have been going a little wide, but Chaba there puts the glove onto that shot and reset for a faceoff.
And now here's Kubera. Centering feed there, rebound still loose as Chaba is able to get a stick on it. And now Pataki will keep it in.
Kiwis doing well there to clear the rebound as getting it away from danger.
But a lot of danger in that defensive zone. You have to think eventually
one's got to get through.
And there's a chance and another great save by Chaba as he's able to just kick out the pad.
Yeah, almost casual, but it's constant for him.
Another turnover here as Darge was able to collect that off the stick of Tappan and still with control. Now Pataki plays it down low towards Caruana. There's a shot and a goal! One-timer feed, and the Australians take the first lead.
Yeah, they draw first blood here, getting that opening goal. It's taken almost 26 minutes of play as the defenseman heads it down in the corner, and then it's received behind the net. Feeds it in front, open there, and gets that one-time shot, and it just squeaks through Chaba, opening this game up for a lead to the Australians.
And that was Casey Kubera, the leading scorer in the AIHL last year, making his mark early. So the Ice Blacks will force to recover with that. You play with fire, eventually you're going to get burned. and it looked like it was just a matter of time.
Well, let's put some ice on that. If you are the Kiwis, they certainly want to dampen that fire. Maybe a little bit of water. They might need to refresh and rehydrate, as they definitely got to get back on that offense, and they are in the offensive zone in the Australian zone here, Joel.
I thought for a second that was going to be a plug, that you had some beverage you wanted to push, and the refreshment for these ice blocks.
Hey, I'm never turning down a beverage, but, you know, we got to keep it professional here, as you do and know. We're on a live stream broadcast, and this is an international competition.
That it is. Here comes Australia the other way. Centering feed there is broken up by Hayward Jones. As Australia able to keep control, another centering feed there is broken apart, and now it's Polozov who will collect. Polozov puts this one up the ice. Now Hayward Jones with some speed gets it to Kozak, and he'll just dump it in. That'll be McGregor who tries to play it up the wall. Chopped at it was Kubara, but instead Polozov gains control, leaving it down low towards Henderson. But that's just pushed away from him, and it's up towards Manwaring. Manwaring plays it to Newmark. Newmark will just dump it in, and he'll go off for a change. And Jackson Lane to return. He goes long ice towards Henderson, trying to find Strayer off the bench. And instead, that's Jamie Woodman. Puck still in front of the New Zealand bench here. And tried to play towards Henderson, but a nice play by Virasov to poke that away. And now it's up the ice. Both teams doing some battle here, and eventually New Zealand's able to dump it in. Or trying to steal that one from Woodman.
He's muscle off the puck, though. Kept in. He goes for a change.
So here's Jamie Woodman with the Ice Blacks on a change, decides to skate it up himself. And he's going coast to coast here.
Very smooth skating, number 7, Woodman.
Tried to leave that one for Virasov, but got lost in the phantom corner on the far edge by the Zam door. Now played up towards the assistant captain Woodman, and he'll dump it in towards Chabu, who's forced to play it. Go off for a change himself. There's Devlin trying to find Vortinov just off his stick. No icing here, as he was able to get a piece of it.
But they turn over the puck here, and Aussies having a very good, smooth breakout.
And here's Todd with some speed. Takes it towards the net. Shot right on. Still loose. A great opportunity for the Mighty Roos. And now Devlin, he'll just throw it down the ice. Puts it on goal, forcing Smart to make a play with it. And we get a whistle as he held it on for just a little too bit.
Yeah, it's one thing as the Aussies come down here and they get Todd, makes a nice move, goes to the back end, power move to the front of the net, goes to the forehand, takes a shot, rebounds there, doesn't get it through cleanly. The Kiwis do manage to get it, but they get it and then they give it away, giving the Aussies another chance here. But they do counter, coming back with a 3-on-2, and then they elect to dump it and then change. So have an offensive attacking chance and then going off doesn't get it done in the offensive zone.
Just did not have anything left in the tank at the end of that shift. And a shot right on as Smart again wisely covers up.
Something's going to have to spark for the Kiwis, though, here, Joel, if they want to respond in this game. It's 1-0 at the moment, but that second goal, always big, either tying it up or the Aussies going ahead. Offensive faceoff. Let's see if Ellis can win that back to Chalice. He goes ahead with it, though, but turns it over.
And Hazelhurst will get it. He'll throw that one up the wall towards Taylor. Taylor trying to go cross-eyes, just found the stick of Chalice, and it's recovered by the Kiwis. Now there's Burns going cross-eyes. Dangerous pass there as Taylor stepped in front of it, but unable to control.
Aussies picking off the Kiwi passes, kind of easy reads, telegraphing it easily.
And here's Landa who has it. He'll leave it for the goal scorer, Kubera. That's Casey Kubera. Cross-eyes to his brother Bailey. Back door looking for Kennedy, but could not connect. Unable to clear, though, are the Ice Blacks as the pressure once again starting to mount. And here's a great play. Kubera in front, but he just missed over the glove.
Going on the attack again, looking in full control in the offensive zone as the Australians.
And another opportunity here for Australia. Centering feed there. That was broken up as Caruana was headed towards the center of the ice. There's another shot that just deflects wide. And some great opportunities here for Australia. tired legs now starting to feel heavy. Kubera once again in front, but that is blocked as he had Chaba deep in his crease.
Good thing Jones was there to stop that puck getting through, because the Kiwis got a lot of
Still
hands on hips.
Unable to clear. This is a dangerous moment here for the Ice Blacks. Australia all over them in the offensive zone. And now here's Pataki. Puts one toward, tipped right on by Darge, but Chaba can finally cover that one up and get a much-needed change for the Ice Blacks.
Yes, and again, Joel, you can see that the Aussies, constant on attack as the Aussies go around the net, puts a pass back against the grain to a wide-open man in the slot. That is something you mentioned earlier, playing with fire. Like from the high slot, high danger chances. Can't keep giving those up in a game because eventually they're going to go in.
As we have seen so far, Australia up 1-0 on that Casey Kubera goal just about halfway through this second period.
Kiwis on the attack here.
Here's a turnover. Kozak centering feed here. Backhanded hits the stick of Smart and pushed over to safety by the Australian Mighty Roos. And here comes Casey Kubera. Brings it into the zone. Leaves that one forward to Kuwana. Now Darge tries to slide one through, but that is deflected over the glass.
He did not miss by much, Joel. It's just Chaba was down. There was some open net there to shoot at. I don't know if it came off his stick on a rolling puck, but it went straight up and into that mesh. Otherwise, that's going to go right in the net. So Kiwis getting a little lucky there on that one, but it's 25 shots to 12. They have really piled on the shots in the second period. Kiwis going to have to dial it back and get into the other team zone with some better passing.
And there's another turnover here. And now Manwaring trying to get around low. Unable to do so, but the Australians ever on the attack here, getting their sticks in every passing lane possible. And now finally out of the zone are the Ice Blacks, and it's Lowe who takes a big shoulder into the bench there from Manwaring. And finally played down low. That'll be Newmark going cross ice over to Lodge, trying for a long pass towards Manwaring. That goes off his shin pad. And then a turnover here, but Henderson just couldn't quite get it to Orr. And the other way, as Kubera throws one towards the net, but that's deflected by Chaba over the glass, and we will get a whistle and a face-off in the Ice Black zone.
So possibly on purpose, Chaba deflecting that, as you see that replay of the hit as Lowe absorbs the hit by Manwaring in that open ice area right by the benches. And I know the team physio, Sonny, he had to get out of the way in a hurry because that man with the safest hands in the New Zealand business, he looks after all the bumps, bruises, injuries for the New Zealand team. He had to get out of the way in a hurry. Players coming at you, full speed.
So this will be Kamen-Zinn to take the draw against Joe Orr of the Ice Blacks. There's a quick shot right on, easily steered away by Chaba. And it'll be Strayer to play it behind the net. Over to Hayward Jones. He just throws it off the wall, trying to get it out.
He does manage to clear the zone, but it's not getting up to his offensive wingers, which again gives the puck right back to the Aussies, and they go back on their attack.
So Bert Malloy has it. He'll go cross ice. He finds Virasov. And up to Kamen-Zinn. Leaves it right back to Virasov. Over to Kamen-Zinn again. He puts one right on. Save made. Rebound still loose. Chaba.
Oh, and they scored.
He can't quite get it a goal.
Batted it out of the air backhand. What great passing by the Aussies. Literally keeping the puck away from the Kiwis and making it look fairly easy as the shot comes through. Deflected in front. On the backhand was number 8.
Bert Malloy with his first goal of the game, and it's a 2-goal lead for the Mighty Roos.
The Australians coming into Aotearoa saying this is how we're going to play the game, and they have dictated a lot of the pace of the play here in New Zealand's home territory.
Well, the rebounds finally starting to catch up with the Ice Blacks, especially in that slot area.
That's D-zone management, Joel. They got to take the man without the puck, at least tie up the stick. They attempted to do a little slash on the hand or the stick, but not enough as the Aussies strong on the puck, getting that backhand in the goal. 2-0.
And here come the Aussies again. Here's Webster over towards Virasov, but it's broken up by a trailing Nichols. And thank goodness, too, for the Ice Blacks.
Aussies sensing blood here. They're going to keep coming. Like This is international test. Friendly as it states, but man, they are going to push the envelope to continue to get on that offensive horn.
And now here's Webster again. Centering feed towards Chaba, and he deflects it to the far corner. Maybe trying to get that one out as he senses the pressure coming again. And now in the near corner, that's Virasov doing business with Lane. Trying to get some help from Landa. Instead, it's played up the wall and out by Vortinov, and that will be an icing as once again the Ice Blacks just trying to clear the zone without much of a game plan.
Yeah, and you can see that that just shows how much they are in their own zone and desperate to get it out of the zone. You're right, that's not part of the game plan. You don't want to be icing the puck because you are under the pump with constant pressure. So maybe that message wasn't quite getting through in that first period break because the Aussies have lifted their game plan.
There's Hazelhurst right on. That's a nice stick save by Chaba. Dangerous part here for the fourth line of the Ice Blacks as Hazelhurst puts one right on, and wisely gloved by Chaba because the fourth line was up against the first line for Australia.
Yeah, as the Kiwis make that change, so they're going to have to make, again, adjustments. But we can say all the things we want, Joel. We got that position of commentating the game. On the ice, the players got to put in that mahi and add and adjust and do the things that the coaches are asking of them so they get that performance they're looking for.
And here come the Ice Blacks. This is Chalice. He'll go cross ice towards Eden, who brings it into the zone just onside. There's a shot attempt. Blocked nicely, though, by Kennedy. And it's Lowe trying to do something. Instead, pushed off the puck once again by Kennedy. And now puck in the far zone. And now here comes the defenseman Hazelhurst up the ice. Hazelhurst trying to find something backdoor. Great job to stay on his feet, and he'll continue to attack.
Yeah, he stayed on his feet very well receiving that hit and keeping control of the puck.
And accidentally played out of the zone by Australia, forcing Bailey Kubera to play it up to his brother Casey. And now here comes Casey Kubera. He's got a little bit of space, trying to go backdoor, but Pataki couldn't quite get a stick on it.
Well, that puck was up around his chest level, so kind of hard when it's that high.
And now here's an opportunity for the Ice Blacks. Ellis, 3-on-1, shot. Oh, what a save! Rebound to the goal! An own goal scored, and the Ice Blacks get themselves on the board.
Well, there you go, Joel. It just takes a shot on net for something to happen. Fraser Ellis gets the puck. As you'll see here, the Kiwis looking up ice. Puck comes into the middle. Then he gets it. Pass over to Ellis. Makes the shot off the blocker, off his save, and it goes unfortunately off the skate of Bailey Kubera back into the goal.
You really hate to see it.
You hate to see it. That's just how it, sometimes that cookie crumbles and it goes your way, but in this case, against the Australians, putting this game at a 2-1 score, igniting this hometown crowd.
Not many opportunities for the Ice Blacks, but they'll take what they can get as now a little bit of momentum here as Polozov with control of the puck, who's usually got that thing on his, opportunity for Cox as he just missed.
And he misfires theirs. Again, they're looking to do that. Breakaway here, 17, Aussie coming in. And he's hooked down by Daigle.
Caruana could not pull the trigger on that opportunity, and now we got some end-to-end action as Kozak takes it into the zone. Leaves it for Burns all alone. Rebounded a goal! And Drew Cox ties the game.
What a shift in momentum, Joel. That is unbelievable. Kiwis striking to tie this game up. With their last two shots, they have got 2 goals. That's great shooting percentage. Kiwis break over the line. Little bit of a backhand. It's actually the Aussies that pass that puck inadvertently to Burns. Polozov gets it over, and Cox, with the goalie down, he puts it in that open net. What a goal.
One of the easiest goals he will ever score. Just a pinball out there. The puck shooting all over the place, taking some very unfortunate bounces in Australia's favor. But once again, New Zealand there to capitalize.
Yep, finding the men in black, and that's equalized this game at 2 apiece in the second period with 5 minutes, 47 seconds remaining.
And here we go again. It's Strayer with some speed. First man in the zone. Centeries. But a nice play there by Lodge to break it up. And now kept in the zone. It's Strayer down behind the opposing net. Centering feed there, was looking for Hendo, gets through. And then a tip right on, but Charlie Smart there to make a save. And all of a sudden, he's starting to feel a little bit of pressure.
Yeah, he's not as invincible as he may have felt earlier in this game. This game has changed. That little bit of a bounce as we see it here, that puck gets shot on net, redirected by Henderson nicely through the legs. But he closes it down and puts the mid on it to stop play.
Finally a bounce in Australia's way after a couple unfortunate moves, but nonetheless, the result is 2 apiece here with just over 5 minutes remaining here in the second period. And now an icing and a face-off again in that Australia zone.
And that's one of the first icings we have seen from the Australians so far, Joel. And that's a sign that they're now feeling the table turn a little bit and that pressure going back on their side. So again, we'll see how the Kiwis reapply and continue to maintain this O-zone pressure.
So a fourth line matchup here as we'll have Joyce going up against Newmark.
Bit of a veteran move by Manwaring, delaying going through the face-off, settling things down.
One to Mortnoff, throws one towards. That took a funny hop itself, but Charlie Smart again there to make the save up towards Manwaring. He's got some speed going into the zone. And they're now played, shot right on, but that actually was steered aside. And here comes Australia. So that's Joyce. He'll play it down behind the goal towards Lowe with finally some time towards Devlin, trying to go cross ice towards Joyce. Instead, it's Newmark. Newmark. He'll play that to Lodge. Now D to D, and finally up towards Kubera. Tap in the first man back. Play it up towards Devlin. He'll turn away. Skate behind his own goal to find Kahu Joyce. And now Joyce will just chip it up right to Bert Malloy. Trying to get a change, but unable to do it so. And here comes Australia. And now Eden with some chance. Chris Eden all alone. Eden in, he shoots, and a huge save by Smart. Close the gap on that 5-hole.
Yeah, we didn't look at making a nice, great move there on the going to the 5-hole, but
now
Smart.
Jamie Woodman goes coast to coast here. Great puck possession from him. And we have some back and forth action officially here in Auckland, New Zealand.
What a great game to watch. Stay tuned. This is awesome.
And now Virasov just lose that one and finally just cleared out as both teams having to deal with some serious pressure.
You can feel the whole game has just definitely lifted up in that last 5-6 minute frame.
It can happen quick in this sport, and as you can see, none quicker than the last 2 goals for the Ice Blacks. Australia here just happy to try to calm down a little bit as they once again ice the puck.
They want to take a bit of a breather, take a breath, regain their composure as well, get back to their game plan, that simple things that they were doing well to provide a little bit of success, like those face-off wins, puck possession in their zone. With the breakaway here, Eden, nice moves, goes to that, but Smart playing to his name and read that very well. Eden didn't quite get that puck up as the goalie was already down to make that save on a breakaway.
A golden opportunity from the leading all-time scorer in the New Zealand Ice Hockey League, but Charlie Smart shuts the door as Kennedy got taken out by the linesman there.
The Zebra standing his ground, not letting anyone through.
Kennedy gets back up and control the puck. Here comes Australia. There's a chance right on as Virasov got a stick on it, unable to put it towards the goal. And now Nichols, he's got the puck. Plays it to the far side towards Lane. And now long ice towards Ellis. Ellis has it one-on-one, puts it towards the net but misses everything up top. And it's able to be cleared up but not out. Chalice was looking towards Nichols but hit the stick of Kennedy. And now he's going deep towards Landa.
No icing as the forward there for Aussie was there first to get the puck. Kiwis were in a bit of trouble. Oh, and we have a penalty call.
And here we go, a tripping penalty in the offensive zone by Tomas Landa. He's not going to be happy about that because he has just put the Ice Blacks into their first power play opportunity of the evening.
So here we have it as Kennedy gets angled in to the boards and the linesman doesn't have anywhere to go, and he makes that body check, possibly the body check of the game.
Biggest hit
by the ref.
By the ref.
By the linesman.
Well, power play opportunity here. It'll be Cox to take the draw for the Ice Blacks, and he wins it to Callum Burns. And we are underway here. And that's Kozak on the far side. Goes backdoor towards Polozov.
He can't hold on to it. He could have had a one-time shot, but that's all good. Kiwis have the power play. Burns at the top, quarterbacking One-timer
here misses everything, and that will actually hit the netting, so we're going to get a face-off outside the zone.
That's one of those things, Joel, again, with international ice hockey rules that anytime the puck does hit, deflect off the glass or in any form of the play up into the mesh, we get a stoppage.
Excuse me, that will be in the zone.
In the
as
zone.
It hit the glass
Goaltender.
first.
It was a goaltender and then glass. Yeah, it was glass first. So that negates it going outside the zone.
Nonetheless, the Kiwis back on the power play here for the next minute and a half. Kozak has it now, and he'll skate it into the zone with some good speed here. Loses the puck momentarily, and he's met by Kubera. Joyce was down to help and finally cleared out as Burns was unable to get a glove on it, and they will retreat from neutral ice. And now Polozov. He'll play that one up towards Joyce. Joyce brings it into the zone. He'll put on the brakes. Getting some good pressure there from Pataki, and then it finally squirts up towards Chalice. Chalice down low towards Joyce. Now back up to Chalice. He goes cross ice looking for Polozov. That just skips off his stick, but he maintains control. Kubera doing a good job to deflect it from him, but goes right to Joyce.
Kiwis don't have that quick movement of the puck as you've seen with the Australian power play, and they're paying for it right now as the Aussies putting the pressure on the puck carrier and getting it, being able to send it down, taking away valuable time on the Kiwi power play.
Great job in the defensive zone there by Pataki, and then having Kubera come to scoop it and clear it all the way down. Good coordination there from the penalty killers. So we've got less than a minute left in this period and just 5 seconds left on that penalty to Manwaring. I'm sorry, that was to Landa, who is just now out of the box, and we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. So Charlie Smart makes the save.
That's the one. Shot from the point, long distance shot, Joel. And it's that time of play when the penalty expires. I'm always intrigued by that time because the teams have to make adjustments to getting back to an even strength situation, especially when you've been on the penalty kill. You have to see where your men are and where you're going to need to be going. And it's often in that time of unstructured play where teams really take advantage of the puck and try and score. Unfortunately, it's still locked up at 2. Last 18 seconds of the game. I'm getting excited. Of the second period.
So played into the New Zealand zone. They'll just try to clear it out and get the remaining seconds of this period off the clock. I am sure they will be very happy to go back into the dressing room tied at 2.
No question about it, Joel. Again, what exciting action that you just got to witness. So if you've been watching this live stream broadcast, that is certainly a pick of the bunch so far. Period number 2 at Paradice Botany, Auckland, New Zealand.
Well, we definitely saw the action that period. It was dominated by Australia for most of that period, but all it takes is a couple bounces just like that, and New Zealand found themselves right back in it with the right place at the right time.
Yeah, that's exactly it, Joel. And when the Kiwis, it was a bit of an innocent play. It was almost a 3-on-1. It was an odd man rush. Pass it over to the side, and Ellis takes a hard slap shot. Goalie makes the save. The puck squirts loose in front and unfortunately goes off the skate of the defender, and it trickles in 5-hole. And that's what triggered this onslaught of the Kiwis, resulting in that second goal and that maintaining of that pressure. So the Aussies, they are not faultless, as you had seen in that second period of play.
So what do the New Zealand Ice Blacks have to do to make sure that they're still in this third period? Because outside of these couple bounces, it's been all Australia.
That's true. You're not wrong there. I mean, they got to take a lot of good out of this, and that's got to give them a little bit more confidence and play with that confidence. Don't be on the back foot. It seemed like they started the game on the back foot, let Aussies dictate the play, whereas they're playing at home. Now they've got that first period out of the way. They can relax into their game, get into their groove, play to their strengths. They got speed. They got talent. They got to really move the puck. They were a little bit slow on that power play. The good puck movement, as you've seen with the Australians, has resulted in better chances. Get some shots from the slot. Put pressure on that goalie. He's looking a little bit vulnerable. He's certainly going to bring his A game in that third. You know that.
Absolutely. And Charlie Smart has been up for the task for most of this game, most notably on that breakaway stop against Chris Eden to keep this game tied at 2.
Well, that's not wrong. Like, you have a 2-2 game. That could be the game-saving moment. Like, you just don't know when you go back and watch this game, as you got that privilege if you're watching this online. These are the difference makers that happen in a game. Like, but we'll see. It's 20 minutes of play left, 2-2 hockey game. We're looking to bring back that live action to you in this third period, so stay tuned.
Kia ora koto katoa. Welcome back to period 3 action between the New Zealand Ice Blacks and the Australia Mighty Roos. I'm Joel Rindelab. Joining me is the amazing Ian Wanamaker, and we have an action-packed game. And just like to point out, on that second Ice Blacks goal, we have an honorary assist given to the late Dale Harrop, the legendary Ice Black who played in every single Trans-Tasman challenge for the Ice Blacks, who unfortunately and tragically passed away last December. So a great shout out to him. And with the craziness of those goals, maybe a little bit of intervention from Dale himself.
Yeah, a lot of spirit. Yeah, kia ora whanau, that is not wrong there. It really lifted the spirits of the Kiwis once that goal went in. With a little bit of good fortune, they struck again 2 goals in 36 seconds, and this game is equalized at 2. So look very quickly to the Australians and how they respond here, because they are not going to roll over at all. They are going to want to make another statement, hopefully early. We'll see if they're still stinging from those 2 goals. But the Kiwis got to weather some storm, make some adjustments, and we're in for a great third period.
Absolutely. The Australian side maybe happy to see the end of that period. You know, get into the dressing room, be able to regroup a little bit after the craziness that ensued, and where they saw their 2-goal lead evaporate in just 36 seconds.
Yeah, that's got to be a little bit heartbreaking for sure. If you're the opposition and come into the opposing team's barn, you're having a road game, you're up 2 goals to 0, and then all of a sudden in a 36-second time span, the game's tied. Like, that is a big momentum shift very, very quickly. So again, third period, 20 minutes. This is 1 of 3 games this weekend. So stay tuned for some great ice hockey action. International, I might add.
International ice hockey is back here in Auckland, New Zealand, tied 2 apiece with just 20 minutes to play here in the game. And we'll get a whistle as the puck came offside just momentarily, unto the beknownst of Bo Taylor. So we're going to get a face-off just outside the zone.
So yeah, the Aussies ahead on shots only, not in scoreline. They got 31 shots, the Kiwis 20. So Kiwis going to definitely look at getting a couple more shots, but it's often quantity too, though, that makes the difference on that scoreboard, not quantity.
So the Australians, again, looking for that soft forecheck again to start the third period here, try to generate some turnovers. Almost got one there, but Eden recovers here for the Ice Blacks. Now over to Chalice. He finds Fraser Ellis, who's able to sidestep a check from Todd. And now in the far corner, here's Kennedy. Nice stop to open up some room, and he's able to make a nice outlet pass, and now here come the Mighty Roos. That's Hazelhurst looking backdoor, trying to find Taylor, but that jumped off his stick. Trying to find Kubera at the point, but again, puck a little hard to handle here early in the third.
Maybe they didn't ice it in between periods. It is definitely bouncing around, Habes.
So once again, Australia on the attack. Nice play there to strip the puck, was Polzov, but gave it right back. And that's Landa, who's got it taken from him. And now Polzov trying to find Kozak. Kozak with some room, but a big save by Smart.
Yeah, nice outlet pass there by Polozov, he's sending it up to Kozak, streaking down that left side. As you see, the puck comes up to Polozov. He's looking up ice, head up, manages to put a nice saucer pass right on the tape to Kozak. Kozak leans into the shot, trying to get the goalie to raise the glove just under the glove and above the pad. Often goals get scored there, but snagged easily by Smart.
Great save there by Smart. He has been looking good all game. Both goaltenders really showing what they've got as Tappan puts one on, but that is broken up by Kubera, and now he gets it right back. Casey Kubera into the zone, trying to get around Tappan, centering feed there to go! It's Darge for Australia, and they are back up on top.
3-2 just like that as they strike. Almost like a Taipan or a brown snake. Man, oh man, that was fast. As you see, puck gets brought over the line. Nice hard drop the D down. Finds the man in that high slot. Uncovered. One-time shot between the legs. Just beats Chubb at 5-hole.
It's that CBR connection working to Australia's advantage as that potent lineup is able to silence the crowd here early in the third.
Yeah, I guess if that's anything the coaches wanted, that's what they were looking for to start the third period. That's an ideal start for the Aussies.
So New Zealand again will look to regroup, and it's Henderson. He'll just throw it in. And we'll get the speedy Joe Orr try to chase, but dangerous pass there by Smart. Strayer unable to do much with it. And is played up towards Burns, trying to go down low towards his Stampede teammate. But nothing doing it. It's all the way down the ice towards Chaba, and he will hold on for the whistle.
Sensing a little bit of that danger present, elects to take the safe option, putting the glove on top of the puck to cover it and generate a face-off. So the Kiwis will have a face-off to Chaba's left. Another offensive zone face-off for the Australians. Looking to send out their line of Gajirasov.
That's Virasov.
Sorry, and Kamenson.
Cam is in.
And Webster.
And Kieran Webster. A lot of depth and talent on this Australian squad as Bert Malloy tried to do something with it. Taken from here by Joe Orr. Now Joe Orr the other way, trying to get around Woodman, unable to do so. Jamie Woodman, the stalwart back there, doing his job.
Yes, a very good defenseman, often a standout in that Australian league. Smooth skating, very good control with the puck. Does move it up well to the wingers and the attackers. A valuable asset for that Australian side.
And for the Perth Wildcats themselves, well represented here in Auckland, New Zealand.
Have they had a name change, Joel? They used to be called the Thunder. Are they now the Wildcats?
No, they're definitely the Thunder.
Okay.
As you were good at pointing out.
No problem. I got you.
A lot of sports in Australia these days.
They are sport mad. That is true. And this is one of those sports that anyone can get behind. As you can see here, this is the top international men's sides for both countries going at it here.
Speaking of footy in the AFL, Kieran Webster, massive West Coast Eagles fan. Did you know that?
I did. I read the bio.
Who is your favorite player on the West Coast Eagles?
That I couldn't tell you, buddy. You got me there.
Oh, buddy, you got to go with the captain, Luke Shuey. His last name's Shuey.
That's a famous thing to do in Australia if they celebrate something.
When was the last time you did a Shuey?
Well, let's not talk about that on air. We just got an absolute
massive
open ice hit. Ruddle just got railed by Cameron Todd, who's a big man himself, introducing him to his shoulder. Puck gets passed up the middle. He's looking down at that puck. Sends it. Nope, that's going to be right to his shoulder area. I don't know. That looked pretty clean to me. Good open ice hit.
That is the Rock radio station hard hit of the night.
Oh, I was going to be saying that's close to the hard hit Rock hit of the game because the second period best hit that I saw was by the linesman.
Well, luckily everyone is okay, and we continue playing here in the third period. Australia up 3-2, but still 16 minutes of action here for the Ice Blacks to try to tie things up. And it will be Dagg. Skates it up himself, and Chalice will just chip it in. Where Ellis is there to chase. That's Cameron Todd. Leaves it behind the net over towards Hazelhurst. Hazelhurst up the wall. He's able to get that towards Taylor, and then it's Todd again. Todd into the zone. With a centering feed shot and a goal! Tomas Landa puts the Australian team up a deuce.
Australia striking, making a 2-goal lead, and then they have a 2-on-2. It's a good shape, but a stumble by the defenseman here allows Todd to make a play around, and the other D down on the ice, not in the best position, trying to cover both grounds, and that results in the Australians doubling up on their lead, taking a scoreline up to 4-2 here in Aotearoa, Auckland. Tamaki Makoto, New Zealand.
Exactly what Australia wanted to do to start this period. A couple quick goals to let New Zealand know that they came here to play and they're not going to give up.
Oh, massive hit there as number 4, Bailey Kubera, takes down Kozak hard. Maybe it's the momentum shift from that hit on Ruddle that really has ignited this Australian team.
And Kozak tries to give it right back, and bodies are starting to fly around a little bit here as these teams are getting a little bit more intimate with each other.
I thought you might say familiar, but that's another word to describe it. The 2-goal lead now.
And here's a chance. Oh, just hits the side of the net was Cox trying to answer back. And played up towards Kubara, but that's just in front of him. And Hayward Jones will play it up towards Cox. Into the zone. Pulls off to chase, but Pataki's the first one there. Pataki goes cross ice. He's trying to find Darge. Darge with a nice little dipsy doodle to create some space. Puts it towards the net, forcing Chaba to make a save. And a scary moment there for the Ice Blacks. And now Strayer up the ice, goes 1-on-2. That's deflected into the netting, and we will have a whistle.
So again, a little bit more end-to-end. As you see, we got a bit of a replay here from the Rock showing off that action. Face-off, won by the Aussies. And you see Kozak goes to get that puck, but boom, he gets introduced to the strong body of Bailey Kubra.
Decleated, lost both edges on that one. And a lot of meat-on-meat action here, powered by the Rock.
I'm sure Raj from the Rock may or may not like that one, but who knows, it might make his radio station.
And there's a shot from Orr, big shoulder save by Charlie Smart, sliding across. What an opportunity.
Tappan, the defenseman, puts the pass down to Orr, and makes that, here it is here. Surveying his options, keeps it inside the zone. Pass comes across, picks that one-time shot, boom. Nice save there by Smart with that shoulder, keeping that play.
Big-time save there from the goaltender, Charlie Smart, to keep this a 2-goal game. And Orr tried to get after it again. Now there's another opportunity, but Dag missed everything on a bouncing puck. And to the far side, that's Manwaring with some pressure. Henderson's able to get it from him. Now Strayer with a centering feed. He was looking for Orr, but that's broken up. And now Kubera up the ice. 3-on-2 here for Australia. Centering feed is broken up by Tappan nicely, though. And now Devlin. He goes cross ice to Strayer. Strayer 1-on-3 here. Just throws it towards the net. He's coming off for a change. So it'll be Woodman behind his own goal. Trying for a long stretch pass.
Hit a couple of bodies on the way through, so no icing.
And it'll be Callum Burns from the Sky City Stampede. Throws that past everyone, and it's Jamie Woodman again. He'll try to dish it up towards Kieran Webster, the AFL fan. Centering feed there, just out of the reach of Kamazin. As once again, the Aussies looking for those one-timers in the slot.
And they have that 2-goal lead now. It seems that they can afford to take a few more chances offensively, which does stretch your D.
Woodman here. Centering feed over to Webster. Shot right on. Oh, and a big-time save by Chaba as he kicks the net off, but that would have counted if it would have gone through.
That is true. In international rules, that will apply. So Australia putting the thumb down under the pressure of the Kiwis. They have it looking like a power play here. The puck comes into the man in the middle. Does he shoot it? He goes to the backhand, makes a pass. Man on the wing, 21. He takes his shot. Uncontested. That's Kamazin. Chaba making a save.
So Hayward Jones here for New Zealand, trying to get something going here with 12:35 remaining here in the game. And it's Vortinov. Puck squirts out to him, so he'll take it and throw it in. And Smart forced to play it to Kennedy. Kennedy with some time. And he'll skate behind his own goal. Eden to chase him, and he spins away. Now finds Hazelhurst. Hazelhurst off the wall, trying to find Taylor. And now it's Todd with the puck. He'll just throw it down, and he'll go off for a change. So there's Lane. Finds Chalice, but he's ridden off the puck by Kennedy and played back behind the goal once again.
Kiwis giving the puck up in their own defensive zone.
And it's Hazelhurst from the point. Tried to play it down low, and now does. Backhand feed was looking for Kubera, but Ellis was there. Now another turnover. Shot right in front, off the iron. Great opportunity for Bo Taylor, but he cannot convert. And now Kubera. Miscommunication there with Kennedy, and it clears the zone in a much-needed change of legs here for the Ice Blacks.
Yeah, they were in full control besides that one missed pass, Aussies.
And now Polzov has it. trying to play it up towards Lowe. Bats up in the air right in front of the net, goes back to Lowe, but he can't control it. And now a great play by here for Australia. Kubera around, trying to sneak it in against the post, but misses everything. And now Darge has it. Trying to find Kubera, but that's broken up nicely by Cox. But not out.
Kiwis can't clear.
Ooh. Darge with a ripper that just missed wide as the turnovers are coming back to bite the Ice Blacks.
They're looking a little bit 6s and 7s, a little bit out of sorts in their own zone. But now they've come out clean. Cox with it now. But they do turn it over in the neutral zone.
So here's Kubera, brings it into the zone 1-on-4. Tries to dish it towards Carini, who had some speed right off the bench. Instead, he'll play it down low towards Darge. Darge, great job to control the puck there. Get it towards Kanini again. Tries for the wraparound. Had some room, but couldn't stuff it home.
Yeah, luckily there was a defensive stick in the way, and Chaba also got the pad across to make the save. Last 10 minutes of play in this third period.
So that's Low with the puck. He'll play it up the wall. Puck between the skates of Carini and finally kicked out towards Orr. And Orr still with the puck, only momentarily, and it's played all the way down into the New Zealand end. Now played up the ice towards Strayer. That bounces off his stick, and it makes its way towards Newmark. He throws it into the zone, forcing the Ice Blacks to recover. So here's Burns with the puck. Play it to Hayward Jones. Hayward Jones, the smooth skating defenseman, able to take it up himself, but just loses it. And it's played down towards Manwaring. And now over towards Orr. Trying desperately to get it into the zone, but it's blocked by Woodman, and now he's got a little bit of room the other way. Woodman towards the net. Stick save by Chaba.
Kiwi still having a bit of difficulty, Joel, getting out of their D zone and the neutral zone.
And here's Virasin. Virasov still with the puck. Virasov, of course, played with Sasha Polozov from the Ice Blacks before they moved down under. So a lot of familiarity between those two.
That's true. So both Estonian-born
Estonia,
internationals.
to Latvia region.
No, he's from Estonia.
Polozov.
Polozov, that's where he was born.
Yes.
I'm not sure about Virasov, if he was. I think he's from the Yara region in that northern Estonian, close to Finland, through that gap. I know it fairly well because we had my very first training camp in Finland, and then we went over to play in 2010 for the Ice Blacks in Estonia.
There is a fun fact for you. Get your geography lesson along with the ice hockey tonight here in Aotearoa.
Happy to help anywhere we can. Well, what is happening, Joel, is we've got a 2-goal lead for the Australians. They are up right now with a score of 4-2. They've piled on almost 40 shots with 37, and the Kiwis slowly coming back in that shot count with 23. But they are looking to get back into the 1-goal territory if they can manage to score.
So once again, good possession here off the draw. Kennedy puts one towards the net, forcing Chaba to make a stick save.
And he's playing the puck out himself because the D are not getting it done in that zone.
So a bit of a sloppy work here by Australia. Clear their own offensive zone, but they're right back at it. Puck loose, gathered up quickly here by Landa. Now Landa with a little bit of space, and Chaba is forced to make a skate save. Rebound, trying to centering feed towards Todd. And once again, Australia on the attack.
Big hit there by Nichols on to Bo Taylor.
And cleared out of the zone again by Australia themselves. The New Zealand Ice Blacks definitely on their back heels right now.
But again, we know how quickly the game can change. It takes a little bit of change of momentum, one little play, one shot. But they got to get themselves in that position.
And Chaba will once again hold on here as a little bit of too much ruckus in front of him.
Yeah, there's one thing about positional play, Joel, but there's another thing for working hard. Like, that's something that is innate in a player, and that's got to be shown, especially when you're wearing a national team's jersey playing for your country.
There's a shot right on and a blocker save by Chaba. Chalice will play that up towards Eden. Tried to get it to Ellis, but a great play by Darge. And then finally Chalice is able to get it into the zone. Now played up the wall to Corona. He's looking for Darge up to Kubera. Now back to Darge, give and go, but no, nothing to show for it.
But they still have puck. I was going to say they did have puck possession, but it has been turned over to the Kiwis. Jordan Chalice, 1 against 2, looking for help. Flex to dump it in.
And finally played down low towards Ellis. New Zealand trying to get something manufactured here in the third. It's been tough sledding. And that's Eden. Centering feed there, big shot right on, but a good glove save by Smart.
See, there you go. You can have your opportunities with that hard work that I mentioned earlier. They put themselves in position to create that shot from the slot. Actually looking almost mirror-like with that divide that we have in between Australia and New Zealand. New Zealand can learn a little bit from what they've seen and how the Aussies have scored against them.
But Charlie Smart, who has been consistently up to the challenge, if you're a Newcastle North Stars fan, you're going to like what you see so far. There's an opportunity there by Kozak, unable to get much mustard on it. Or whatever your favorite condiment might be.
Just put whatever kind of sauce you like. That's all your choice.
Shot miss there. What's your favorite sauce of choice for a good meat pie?
Ooh, you can't go too far with tea sauce, but you know what? A hot mustard doesn't help. It was pretty good too.
Mustard on the meat pie.
Well, nah, not always, but oh.
Australia with good possession here. And finally broken up. That's Strayer. He'll go far side with it.
Kind of just passed into the corner. Not really a pass to a man, more of a positional pass. But again, that leads to Australia with Woodman skating it up out of the zone.
And Newmark will fight for possession. Centering feed here. Here's Viriasov with all day. Puts it right into Chaba, and he holds on.
Oh, I don't know what the main streets are called in city centers down out in Australia, but there was a lot of room to run through the middle. As it just no Kiwi was there taking him. He walks right in, takes a stick handle. Chaba cuts the angle down by coming a little bit high in the crease.
Just walks right down Queen Street there.
There you go. We'll use the Kiwi reference.
Surely there's a Queen Street somewhere in Australia as well, right?
You would expect it to be. Probably one of the most common named streets in the Commonwealth.
Nonetheless, game underway here, and it looks like Australia's going back on the power play.
I don't know if that's late in a shift or if it's just kind of an errant stick, lazy-ish play. When you get caught water skiing or holding on to your opponent, they've done something to outskill you or get past you with their skill and speed. And in that instance, Joe Orr took down the Australian player, resulting in a power play to the Mighty Roos.
So we'll see this potent Australia power play back on the attack, and it'll be Kennedy and Hazelhurst here at the point. Trying to find, that's Bo Taylor in that middle 5-a-dice action, but Hazelhurst puts one towards the net, tried to find Chaba on a screen as he had the big Cameron Todd blocking his view.
Not a bad play. Putting a big body in front of the net, taking the eyes of the goaltender away, and then the skilled players work around that top side of the umbrella.
And here's Landa, puts one right on in. Oh, what a glove save by Chaba.
That had some mustard or some heat on it, that is for sure, and Chaba seen that and snagged it.
Good gravy.
Oh, so Joel, like you asked me about the meat pie. Do you have a favorite condiment of choice? Maybe not necessarily on the meat pie, but it could be a hot dog.
Well, I do love the gravy in the meat pie. Give me something, you know, thick and juicy. I'll take a barbecue sauce. But really, I'm more of like a salsa guy. Definitely something Mexican, spicy.
Picante.
Yeah, fresh.
Yeah, you got to have a little bit of coriander, or is it cilantro to you?
I will take coriander for 100, Bob.
Thank you, Alex Trebek. Australia going to work on their power play. Shot doesn't get through. It's blocked by a skate, and the Kiwis send it off the glass and down. Killing some time on that. 53 seconds left in that penalty.
So Australia will get some fresh legs out here for the remaining 45 seconds on this man advantage. So that'll be Kennedy. He leaves that for Corona. Brings it into the zone, absorbs a hit from Polzoff, but still with possession of the puck. Corona puts it in.
And
He
scores! What a goal! That's highlight reel material there.
Matt Corona with the goal, and Australia up by 3.
Wow, as he takes the hit, absorbs, makes a play, comes around. Power move to the net, gets Chubba down. Upstairs we go. Where Norman keeps the peanut butter. Man, oh man, what a move. That's incredible skill as he takes on 3 Kiwis and manages to score. Putting that gap by 3. 5-2 scoreline here in New Zealand.
Well, if you are an Australian ice hockey fan, that is exactly what you want to see. Some end-to-end work, padding the lead, just what they needed to really assert their dominance really over this whole game. Now with 41 shots on goal to New Zealand's 24, they have really opened up things here in the third.
So the last 3 minutes here is the Kiwis. Joyce have a shot, blocked away though by Smart.
Smart once again in great position, able to make that look easy. And now Pataki up the wall. Played up towards Kubera. Kubera decides to skate himself, but knocked off his feet by Vortinov. And now Kubera once again fighting for the puck. Tries to backhand it towards Darge. Able to get it in. And finally Dag able to get it for New Zealand. Trying to slow things down.
Maybe a bit more of a controlled breakout. That might be the better MO, as the Australians not as aggressive now with that 3-goal lead on their forecheck.
There's Nick Henderson. His shot was blocked. Tried to get back behind the defenseman. But once again, here comes Australia on the attack.
They got 2 men on the puck, so that's outnumbering the Kiwis. The Kiwis need some support there.
That's McGregor and Newmark who are putting their bodies to work.
And very effective in their roles in this game.
And finally played back into the New Zealand zone. That's Joe Orr with the puck. He finds Henderson. Nice play there by Newmark again. And control is taken once again by Australia. Here comes Kubera. His centering feed gets through. Now on the far side is Oregon fighting for the puck. It's Lowe instead with it now. Throws it right to Jamie Woodman, and he'll try to evade Lowe and then play it down low.
Like what you did there.
And Chalice able to collect a loose puck and just going to try to get it out of the zone any way he can here. Able to get a centering feed, but a turnover once again. Here comes Kubera the other way. Makes a nice move. Shot. Oh, and what a save by Chaba. Forced to extend that leg.
Yeah, and the Aussies took a 1-on-4 there and able to break through.
As Woodman had a shot right on. Once again, Australia here to really dominate possession as Chris Eden just got a stick on that and give themselves some breathing room.
Well, that is a missed pass there by Australia, and that's going to charge them an icing. As you see a little bit of a play here as Australia send it through. Kubera goes right around the defenseman, takes her on the other defenseman, and Chaba extending that leg, making a nice toe save.
And that was Tyler Kubera, one of the 3 high-performing Kuberas on that Australian roster. So here's the veteran Bernd Malloy with the puck now. Cross ice towards Webster. Burns tries to play it off him, but nice play by Webster. Centering feed still loose. Trying to make something happen, and now here comes Chris Eden the other way. Great back check here by Webster to force him to hold up, but able to get it over towards Chalice. Chalice up to Hayward Jones. Hayward Jones tried to play it down low. Finally does get one on net, but Charlie Smart saw it all the way.
Yeah, good pushback here by the Kiwis, but it is, I hate to say a little too late, but they got it, pass across, Chalice has it, goes up top to Hayward Jones. Jones gets it, takes the shot, but doesn't get it through off the skate. Then he manages to get a shot on, not the most powerful, and Smart gobbles that up, and you get a face-off. Last 14 seconds of the game.
Closing seconds here as it pops out to Virasov. Now a 2-on-1 with Webster. Virasov over to Webster, but just floated over his stick. Didn't have the right sauce on that one.
But the Kiwis come right back the other way.
And that will do it. At the end of regulation, it is a 5-2 win for the Australian Mighty Roos, and they're going to like what they see from their side.
Yeah, I guess if you're an opposing team, in this case an opposing country, and you come over to another place to play, and you come out with a road win in your first of 3, that is a start you definitely want.
A lot to build off here from both sides. The Ice Blacks, of course, are going to, when they review the tape, look at a lot of their D-zone coverage and leaving open man in the most dangerous part of the house. That's right in the slot, something they're going to have to definitely discuss.
Absolutely, because there's going to be 2 more games. They've got this first one in and done. It's now in the books. That's official. But they got 25 shots, resulted in 2 goals. They do need to shoot the puck a lot more, but in order to shoot the puck, they got to get the puck and not give it away. So you are not incorrect there, Joel. They've got a lot of things to go for. But hey, this is good. This is steps going in the right direction for the Kiwis. That gap may not be super far, as a lot of people think. The Australians, very well groomed, good, well-oiled machine. They play well together. Well, that's not the right words. It's just not the right time.
Well, they are very well groomed.
Maybe they appear that way.
Certainly their play has been, as they did dominate possession most of that game. But if they have something themselves to work on, what would you say the Mighty Roos should be looking to do?
I mean, it could be, again, a lot of those small things. They started well with winning a lot of face-offs, and they do pass the puck well. Sometimes they pass a little bit too much. I would love to see them shoot the puck more, but that's just one small thing. Maybe adjust the way they forecheck. The forecheck was really good. I don't know, there's not a lot to fault right now in the moment, but again, coaches, that's what their jobs are. They'll review the tape, have a look, because they got great goaltending as well. That's really been solid for them, so they can rely on that. If they're going to get that consistent performance, they know they have that good offensive team as well. So, small things.
Small things. They'll have to like how they responded there in the third. A little bit of a letdown for Australia in that second period, where they had 2 goals in 36 seconds, where the momentum clearly shifted towards the Ice Blacks. But coming into the third, they made no doubt about their presence in this game.
That's true. It's like the air out of the balloon was deflated them a little bit in that second, but then they reinflated it in that break time, because they came in with a purpose and they did their job, and they've been doing their job pretty effectively here, Joel. So they got to be proud of their efforts. Congratulations, Aussie, taking that first game. This is a 3-game series. As the Kiwis salute the fans here, there's more action to come.
Yes, there will continue to be sold-out crowds here in Auckland. Tamaki Makaurau, their hockey is well and live here in New Zealand, and we are excited to see what else this test has to bring for us.
Yeah, so we thank you very much for tuning into this live stream broadcast, and we do hope that you join us again tomorrow. That will be happening, I believe, at 5 p.m. New Zealand time, so wherever you are in the world, you're going to have to do that conversion. And again, we thank you very much. I'm Ian Wanamaker. This is Joel Rindelop. On behalf of our live stream crew, ka kite ano.